I've been seeing some producers online asking about AI generated beats and worrying that artists being able to generate their own beats will render them obsolete. And to be honest, I can understand why some producers might be scared. But in today's video, I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't worry about it at all and why AI will never replace music producers. But first, I gotta tell you guys about something crazy we've been working on that's gonna take your beat selling website to the next level. For the past months, we've been developing a one-click to install, easy to use, and low-cost custom website for music producers selling beats online. And no, it's not just a WordPress, Wix, or Squarespace template. We're calling it Producer, and it's gonna be released on May 18th with a limited supply during our live event we're hosting here on YouTube. So click the link below in the description to join the waitlist for that event and reserve your spot and exclusive bonuses for being on the waitlist. And now back to the video. Okay, first off, let me address why some producers might be worried about AI replacing them. If you've been paying attention to advances in AI technology, you've probably noticed that AI has made some serious advancements. AI generated art has been looking better than ever, and that just keeps improving. And soon, we'll be able to generate video from text with almost the same level of quality. This has made some people that work in creative industries start to worry that their clients and customers will choose AI solutions over them in the near future. But for all those reasons why those people shouldn't worry, neither should you. Most AI generated content looks impressive at first glance, but it quickly starts to deteriorate when you look at the fine details. This goes for AI art, written content, and especially music. I've tried both Udio and Suno AI because they seem to be the most advanced AI music generators out there. And at first listen, everything actually kind of sounds alright. But once you start trying to get it to make anything outside of the box or not as generic as the main genres of music, you start to hear the flaws in its algorithm. And aside from that, details of the tracks don't even sound that nice when you really start to listen to them. The vocals usually have way too many artifacts, the instruments sound pretty dull and lifeless, and everything just sounds really sterile and cold, like it's trying to sound like what the AI thinks the track should sound like. Overall, it's cool in concept, but it just doesn't do it for me musically and probably won't for most others either. I don't see any of these tools being able to replace me or any other professional music producer I know anytime soon, if ever. And I don't even see these tools being a threat even when the technology does start to improve a lot. AI generated beat generators that give artists the tools to create any kind of instrumental they want isn't going to replace you as a music producer. Artists have already been able to find any kind of beat they want for years now. It's called looking up type beats on YouTube. There's already a huge catalog of beats that are better than anything AI can make. So if you're already unable to compete and keep up with this beat selling marketplace as it is, it's not because of AI generated music. Drum machines didn't replace drummers in the 80s, and AI isn't going to replace artists and musicians in our timeline either. Music's all about emotion and creativity. Human experiences have always influenced music productions, allowing artists and producers to create songs that are able to resonate on a personal level with the audience. Our intuition is what drives our creative decisions during these productions, and these choices are usually based on subtle feelings and reactions to the music itself in the room. AI can only ever hope to replicate and remodel this. It's never going to be able to create that raw emotion from scratch because it's a robot, not a human. And it will never be able to interact with an artist or another producer the same way that you can either. Personal interactions between artists, producers, engineers, managers, A&Rs, and others shape the music as well, sometimes for better or worse. If you've ever worked as a recording or mixing engineer, then you already know that sometimes it can be a struggle to translate what the artist is trying to say versus what they actually want to say. It's already hard enough to do this face to face with another human, so I don't see any kind of AI beat generator being able to do a better job at that than I can. As producers, we can pick up on subtle expressions in the room and act on them. And no other AI will ever be able to do that like we can. And even on a grander scope, artists and producers are able to create new sounds and set new trends because they have their own unique cultural and social understandings of the world, which will never be able to be recreated by an AI because that's a strictly human experience. As producers, we're able to adapt to the changes in the entertainment industry and audience preferences in ways AI will never be able to predict. I do see AI serving some purpose for music producers in the future. Even before this big AI boom, plugin manufacturers have been using AI in plugins like iZotope Ozone or even Lander to make the process of mixing and mastering music easier for both bedroom producers and amateur producers. There's even been newer AI-powered plugins that generate drum and synth instruments from scratch, and they analyze other sounds to reverse engineer them into original patches that you can use and manipulate as well. AI-driven tools like this shine when they're meant to empower, not replace musicians and creatives. Sure, these tools aren't perfect and have plenty of flaws and shortcomings of their own, but they're not trying to replace humans in the musical creation process. Well, mostly. And just because they exist doesn't mean you're obligated to use them at all. They may have these nice marketing budgets that frame them as the future tools of music production and that you're gonna get left behind in the dust if you don't use them. But honestly, that's just not the case at all. The production processes that these AI tools are mimicking isn't new at all. It's all just the same audio engineering fundamentals we've been doing for the last century. If you're a good producer, you'll be able to make good music whether you're using the latest and greatest AI plugins or just the stock tools that come with your DAW if that's all you have. A lot of the hype behind these tools is just that, hype. And buying a plugin isn't gonna magically make your producer dreams come true any faster. You're still gonna have to put in the hard work to become a successful musical entrepreneur, and some of these tools may make your life a tad bit easier, but they're never gonna be able to do the real hard work for you. So to wrap things up, no, I don't think AI will ever be able to replace you and I as music producers anytime soon or even in this lifetime. I do think that there's gonna be a lot of great tools that come out that are gonna make music production easier in one way or another, but any fear mongering about AI taking over is really just a distraction. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and say what's up in the comments, and make sure you check out the first link in the description to check out the new upcoming producer web templates we have coming out.